Hey YouTube, Shelka04 here. So the other day I'm watching a video about how to make money homesteading, and it fell short. So I thought I would come up with my own option, and I think it'll be a little more succinct. Let's talk about the first and the obvious. These YouTube videos. Well, back in May of this year, I signed up for a monetized YouTube account. And what that means is every time somebody watches one of my videos, I get, well, basically I get paid. Now it's not a lot. It takes 10 views to get 1 cent. So you need to have a lot of videos out there. You need to have a lot of followers, or a combination of the both. I can tell you though that up to this point, since May, I've made $21, which is better than nothing. I hope to improve that next year. So what can you make videos about? Well, you can make a video like this. Or if you know small engine repair, you could make an video about that. If you know knitting, if you know how to crochet, if you know how to fix your dishwasher, or fix a washing machine, or rewind an armature, or how to navigate with the stars. I mean, there's a plethora of things that if you sit back and think about it, I'm sure you know that other people would be interested in seeing a video about. So there's that opportunity. Now, the other thing that I'm sort of in the process of working on is self-publishing a book. Actually, I've got 2 in the mill right now. And the reason that I think those might be a little better opportunity is because the rate of return. It looks like, on Amazon at least, if you self-publish a book there, for every dollar that is charged for the book, you get 70 cents back. So that's a pretty good rate of return, on a few hours invested in producing something like that. Now, what about hard things? Now, first off, I've become a big fan over the last year and a half of what I would call material conversion. And by that I mean, let's face it, you're not taking anything with you when you go. So if it's been sitting around for a while and you haven't been using it, maybe now is the time to unload it. And by that I mean, in the past I had boxes of old records and boxes of old toys that I had from when I was a kid. And what I did was, over the past year, I sold all that stuff on eBay and made a couple of bucks doing that. And, and then took that money and was able to go out and buy something that was a little more appropriate, a little more useful for what I'm trying to accomplish today. Now, the other thing you can do, especially if you're homesteading, which implies that you're growing your own stuff and or raising some of your own food, things of that nature. The thing that I'm going to pursue is growing or raising bees and producing honey. And that's in part because I figured out, especially by going to the health food store and the regular supermarket, that a container of raw unprocessed honey is anywhere between $8 and $12. And I think that's in part because the honey that you buy now is cut primarily with corn syrup. So it's not pure anymore. But as I said, pure unprocessed honey is selling at a premium. And that's one of those things that, what I'm looking for when I think about how to make money is, I don't want something that's very labor intensive or time intensive, or, long story short, I don't want to have to be out there watering something or harvesting something every day that I'm then going to take out and try to sell for, pennies on the dollar. I would look at something like beehives as something that you'd have to work on and maintain once a month or once every other month, and then when you harvested the honey at the end of the year, there's your payback. So you're essentially letting the bees do the work for you. The other thing is obviously if you live outside of town and go into town only once or twice a week or once or twice a month, look to something like Craigslist and look on the in the lower right-hand corner of the Craigslist page for the community that you live in. You'll see something called gigs. And that's a good opportunity to pick up one-off short-term labor, whether it's helping somebody who's moving load up a moving van or helping somebody clean up their yard or something. You can typically find work there that's only a couple of hours. They'll pay cash, and you can do it and be done with it. And I say this getting back to the town thing, because if you're going to go into town with your better half and she's going to do the shopping, then why not help somebody, as I said, stack wood or something and get paid $10 an hour to do it? It seems like a win-win to me. Anyway, that's about all I've got. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Shelka04 out. Thanks.